Alright guys, what's up? I'm actually here at Clutch Kickers round 3 with Ryan.
What up, what up?
So, I got a few questions for you.
For sure, let's get it.
So I got a driver's interview. My boy Ryan here. So, who are you and what do you drive?
My name is Ryan Acevedo. I drive this Z33 Nissan 350Z, ISR Performance 350Z. Pretty sick little car, pretty much just a garage build between me and my dad. Into a more expensive money pit, but...
As per usual.
Yeah, right?
It's always snowballing into something else. So.
Yeah.
How did you start getting into drifting?
Honestly, I just saw a bunch of YouTube videos. I started playing like sim drifting and getting into, well, I started with Forza. Then I started watching people play Acevedo and stuff, and I thought it was super cool. So I got a sim and I drove on the sim for a couple years, and then kind of was like, this is what I want to do. Like I became obsessed after that.
Oh, there you go, my man. Which do you think is better, grassroots drifting or pro level drifting?
This is a tough one for me because we obviously run like a pretty grassroots level, kind of simple, tight budget program, but I'm a very competitive person. I like to, if I participate in something, I like to be the best at it, and I like to know that I'm the best at it. So I've taken a liking to competitive drifting more than grassroots drifting, but both forms are great pathways to take in drifting. It's all one big family at the end of the day. I like to drive both grassroots events and competitions, but competition definitely takes the favor for me personally.
Alright, there you go. Do you like tandems or trains?
82. If in a competition car, it's tandems, and like a fun grassroots street car, trains all day long. Sometimes these cars are too rowdy to be getting 4, 5, and 6 people. It starts getting a little chaotic. There's a ton of smoke. Everyone's going nuts. But yeah. I have enough EQ power specifically, and I just love stacking up trains with an OSW.
There you go. There you go. What are the rookie mistakes that you made when you started drifting?
A lot of them. First one just being afraid to like change setups on the car. So when you come from track to track, there's different suspension setups and alignment setups and tools and tricks you can use to really set up the car for a track. For a while, I wasn't really adjusting the car at all. I was kind of just like, oh, it'll be fine. Once I started learning, and with the help of a good buddy of mine, sponsor Freddie, how to start changing setup on cars based on the track you're going to and the speed. How it flows. Once you kind of get out of that habit and start, taking the next step, it really just, the car starts to handle so much better. Your car's so much more competitive. So my big circuit mistake was just kind of being close-minded about changing setups. Try to just keep it the same all the time, but that doesn't always work. So.
Yeah. You want to switch it up?
Yeah, you gotta switch it up. Yeah, track is
So what do you think about electric drift cars? Do you think that's the next big thing?
I love electric cars. I want to test this so bad, but I don't know that it'll ever take off in like a competitive form of drifting, because with it being like a judged motorsport, you kind of have to hear and see when people are on throttle, off throttle, and with the electric car, it's kind of hard because like there's no natural engine noise or exhaust sound. I feel like it would just be a little bit dicey because you can't really see and hear when cars are like decelerating and accelerating, but who knows, maybe we'll get like giant speaker exhaust setups and people will start tandeming Teslas. But I think it'd be sick. I mean, if we could make it to where it's like still competitive and like blends in with like gasoline cars, I think it'd be awesome. I'm all for technology, so I'm my boy Elon Musk.
I like that response.
Yeah, right?
Dream car build.
Ooh, this one's gonna piss a lot of people off. My dream car build, if I could do anything, would be a left-hand drive converted JCX 100 Chaser with like a supercharged like 454 Stroker LS motor, just to make people mad.
I like that. I like that. I'm loving it.
It's got to be left-hand drive converted, because that's the superior way to drive.
All right, you heard it here, folks. Left-hand drive. Would you ever blow a motor just to win the championship?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if I knew that it was going to detonate, I probably wouldn't do it, just out of courtesy for cleaning up the track and everything. But if it was like functioning and it wasn't like causing spills or anything, and we just knew that it was like kind of on its way out or unhealthy, yeah, we'd send it till the end. We've already popped 2 or 3 motors in this car in the last 4 years, so we'll do another one if we have to get the win.
There you go, there you go. And then I know this is going to trigger a lot of people out there, but next question. I know a lot of people don't like this, but how do you feel about Takeover?
Oh, I absolutely hate it. If I catch you at a Takeover, do not associate with me, do not talk to me, do not try and hang out with me, do not try to go do car things with me. I do not like Takeovers. I think it's ruining the car scene. I think it's ruining the drift scene. It's giving the entire nation and law enforcement and regular non-car people, civilians, a horrible taste of what people think car enthusiasts and our generation of kids getting into cars is like, because you know they kind of just make the generalization that everybody my age is out there swinging takeovers, running people over in their G35 sedans that are clapped out. But you know that's not what all of us are doing, and I hate that it kind of gets the rep that we're all just kind of doing the same silly thing, because this is a very serious thing that we all do, and you know it's kind of getting tarnished by kids sliding around clapped out G35s in the middle of intersections. So
Yeah, I get that. But I mean, like I know in like the middle of the street, but I mean if you're doing it in the back of like a warehouse, do you still feel the same way about it?
I personally just like to keep it on the track. I don't really condone any form of street drifting, even if it's behind like ducked off buildings, just because it's not organized. There's no on-site safety team. I've hit the wall last event and had to get pulled out in a paramedic. So if you stuff your car into a building and it's 4 a.m. in the middle of nowhere, then you're hurt, then you just put yourself in a situation where you're unsafe. So yeah, I don't know. I personally don't like it, but to each their own. It's not legal advice. So.
It's all right. Hey, I feel the same way. You and Chelsea know about the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chelsea would just say...
He's a smart guy, so...
Yes, I agree.
Very smart guy.
Yeah, I remember talking to him a few events ago, and he was saying, if I ever hear you, saying you like Takeover, come to me talk
Yeah,
about
don't
Takeover.
even associate with me. Just get away.
Biggest rival?
I don't feel like we have any rivals, because we like to be friends with everybody, and even though this is a competitive motorsport, everybody out here, even if I'm not very close with them or know them like personally, is like one big family. I'd give anything in that trailer to somebody out here who needs it, whether I know them or not. So I feel like we don't really have any grudges or rivalries. Maybe me and my buddy Davey, because we're former co-workers and we kind of always give each other shit all the time about who's better. So probably Davey. Actually, yeah, I take that back. Davey's my only rival.
There you go. All right, and then I've got one last question for you. All right?
Let's hear it.
You ready?
Let's hear it.
Are you ready to drift out and go have some fun here?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man.
Take care, brother.
You as well.
Appreciate the interview.
Always.
Thank you, guys. I'll see you later.